And
Don't mention names or teams, but like, give me a little bit of tea. I want to know. You can't leave me hanging vague like that.
Well, I'll just put it this way. There is a player that has had a bit of a checkered past who is currently playing for a hockey team who was picked up because when he's on the ice, he's fantastic. But off the ice, he has a lot of issues when it comes to money and borrowing and hotels and exes and lots of things. Like, look, I've seen guys in the American League who knew that they were kind of on the bubble of getting maybe sent back down to the East Coast League, so they'll fake an injury. Like they go down and practice like they got shot by a sniper up in the rafters to make sure that they stick around and they just make that bigger paycheck because they know being injured for 4 weeks is going to get their kid to private school for an extra week because that was promised of the situation in their family unit. So they'll do anything they can. At that point, it stops becoming I'm playing for the love of the game. It becomes it's a job. It's a job. You have turned your passion into a chore, and you do whatever you can to get that bigger paycheck.
Hey, Wheeler, pack your shit and leave. You're going down to the America. Oh, no, coach, I can't. My knees hurt, and I got to be on the salary for 2 more weeks.
If you don't think that happens at every single level when it comes to going up or down, there's always somebody. And like I said, it manifests itself in different ways. But, it's just unfortunate that guys like that don't get figured out because when you play in a team, you assume that, you all have each other's back. And that's the way it should be. That's one thing I don't think a lot of people understand is they see teams, professional teams, or just teams in general, and they all wear the same jersey. They all come out at the ice at the same time. They're all working towards a common goal. But off the ice, it doesn't necessarily mean that these guys are best buds and they're all hanging out as a big group. There's some guys in the locker room that can't stand each other. They'll pass you the puck on the ice and get a goal and hug you after you score a goal, but it's not like they're going for a beer after. I saw an interview recently with Scottie Pippen, who is one of the greats of all time, like probably top 50 NBA, hands down, of all time. And he was asked the question, how often did you, because he played during Michael Jordan's run, the Chicago Bulls run. And it was a key component of that franchise and of that dynasty. And they asked him, how many times did you and Michael Jordan go out for dinner, just the two of you? And he held up a goose egg with his hands. He didn't even say the words. He just held up a 0 with his hands, a 0. The guy's like, you've got to be kidding me. He's like, no, it wasn't like that. Got respect for each other, but just weren't friends off the court. And that's okay too. There's different dynamics in every single team, regardless if that's a sport or if you're working for Dunder Mifflin selling paper.
You think that's weird, though? Because I feel like if you want that on-ice chemistry, you need the off-ice chemistry. And if you're going for dinner, you're having team events and whatnot, it's going to make it happen, make it click a lot more on the ice.
No. Look, Simon and Garfunkel, probably one of the best arguably one of the best musical duos of all time, whether or not you like that kind of music. They hated each other so much that they could not even stand to get in the studio together to make music or go on tour together to make music. Like, they left so much money on the table because they couldn't stand the sight of each other. For who knows? Who knows why? Nobody actually really knows. But they just refused. They just could not. They were incredible together. Like, incredible. Like, their harmonies and their writing, like their music that they put together was iconic. Nope, we're good. Don't want to do it anymore. We did it. We tried it. No thanks.
Well, my sanity is not for sale.
How so? Everyone.
No, that's what they're saying. My sanity is not for sale. I don't care how much money you put on the table. I don't care how many concerts. My sanity is not for sale.
Yeah, basically that's what they were saying, is that they just could not stand it. Like, didn't matter how much money was being offered. It wasn't worth it for the mental health.
If you enjoyed what you just saw, we do new clips every single day, twice a day on the Clips channel. You see clips right here. And beside Dave's crotch, we have a full-length show every single Sunday right by my hand.
Click right here.